Hello, hello. Welcome to Ramagoat Astrology. I am Laura Lee.
And I am Helena, and I'm eating a bit of orange. I have 3 slices left. I hope you can bear the chewing for another 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's okay. I can't hear anything, so I don't think it's picking it
Go.
up. You're good. Eat your orange. No worries. I'm drinking my jasmine tea. Although orange and jasmine tea don't actually sound like they go together at all. So
I think it sounds delicious.
does it? I'm trying to picture an orange in my mouth now as I'm drinking this tea, and it doesn't seem like the flavors would merge, but you never know.
Maybe I'm not quite remembering correctly the flavors of jasmine tea. It's been a while actually.
Yeah, it has.
I remember I like it, and it has a very strong floral.
Yes, it
like
does.
It's very super floral.
Yes, and I may have soaked my tea bag a little too long, and now it's extra potent. Oh well.
I love it. I love jasmine trees. That's one of my favorite trees. It's not the same as the tea. It's another kind of thing, but it still smells really, really good.
Yeah. No, I don't actually know the history of the name of jasmine, or much about the history of any kind of jasmine anything, but I know it's been around a long, long time and was traded on the spice roads and stuff way back in the olden days. So I know it's been around like saffron. It's been highly prized for many, many years.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels very luxurious.
Yes. Yes. Well, I was just telling you this tea was more expensive than my normal teas, and I was having a little crisis of conscience while I was purchasing it because it was $4 more than my normal tea, and I was like, "Oh God!"
Yeah, your progressed moon in Capricorn is like
that's too,
questioning.
Too
that's frivolous. No enjoyment.
I would like to talk about that progressed moon in Capricorn for a moment. Having that this year, and then having to deal with the Christmas stuff. Oh, that's not going together well. That's not merging well. It's I just want to say, for those of you listening who don't know, I am not anti-Christmas. I just really personally don't like Christmas. I don't celebrate the religious aspect of it. Jesus is fine. I just don't think we need to have such a shoved birthday holiday celebration in our throats, and the over consumerism and the forced gift giving. It drives me bonkers, and there's a lot of expectations and pressure this time of year to just do something or go somewhere with family, or heaven forbid you don't go do something and then it's the end of the world. And it's just, I don't know, this time of year just is not my favorite in general. And now with this Capricorn progressed moon, and my husband's in a Scorpio progressed moon, we are like two freaking fuddy-duddy stick in the muds. We do not want to do this. We're like, no.
Yeah.
Let's not say we did. And I'm trying to like find something to enjoy about it. And even people are like, well, just go spend time with your family. It's like, you don't even understand. I don't even want to do that. I just want to be like, leave me alone so I can just stay home and work. That's all.
You just want to work. I would say like light a fire and make a cup of hot chocolate or something.
Yeah, and then have my computer and sit and work by the fire. That's yes.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you can work, that's okay. No, I get it. I have a lot of Capricorn, and when you're in a progressed moon, it's a different kind of energy because it becomes more intense. So the intensified feeling of the Capricorn vibe, I love to work and be efficient. So I understand that it must be a very strong feeling of like duty.
Yes. And I feel like anything I'm not doing that or anything I'm doing that isn't work feels like a waste of my time.
A waste.
Now, absolutely. I understand intellectually that's not true. And I understand that for me, like art and creativity is a huge part of my programming. And I am emotionally maturing into this Capricorn vibe, right? Which I've lived with. I have a man who has 6 planets and asteroids in Capricorn. So I know this well. He shares a birthday with my mom on the 23rd of December. I know this energy really, really well. That doesn't mean I want to be it.
Yeah. You just have to learn bits from it.
Yes. But right now I'm having to be it. I'm having to live in it for these, X amount of years, 2.5 years. And I'm working hard to accept the growth and the maturity and the discipline when it comes to work and my career. And I'm loving that. But
Mm.
if it's not focused on that, I don't like anything else about it. Like it's just
Yeah.
it's
No, I
frustrating.
so understand that because that thing you said about like if it's not work related, then it's like what's the point? Because that's I have my moon and rising in Capricorn and i- it's so like my whole life is so like that. Like even most of my friendships have come to me through some kind of work related stuff.
Yes.
And I love doing projects together with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
That may not be work per se because I might not earn money or have an income from it, but it's like it's some kind of thing that makes us grow. It's like a project, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm struggling with just yeah, doing things that are completely unrelated to any of that. But I'm learning actually. I'm so much better now than a couple of years ago.
Good. Good. I'm glad. And that's the thing we're supposed to learn, right? And I'm learning to I have to like almost shut a door in my brain and be like, Laura, work is done now. We're done. We're
Yeah.
done. Go in the house and spend time with your kids. Laura, we're done working now. We're done. Like I have to say it several times and I have to gather up my to-do lists and stuff on my desk and organize my desk and just leave it for tomorrow. And then shut the lights off and go in the house. And whether that's wind down with watching a show, Saffron and I are watching the Avatar series on Nickelodeon. Have you watched that series?
No.
Oh, so
No.
good. So good. I've seen it a bunch of times, but we're going through it again with her because she's 4 and it's fun. And Aang is a little kid who's 12 and he is the wielder of all 4 elements. So he's an
Mm.
airbender who then has to learn fire, water, and earthbending and the struggles he goes through. And he's got to go into the spirit land. He's the bridge between spirit and earth. And he's got to like align his chakras and clear his chakras. And I just love this show.
Yeah.
Just love the show. So we were watching the chakra clearing one the other night and how he didn't want to let go of attachments and he couldn't get into this avatar state where he can wield all 4 elements if he
Mm.
hung on to attachments. And so he had to learn how to let go of attachments so he could really step into the spirit realm. And I was like, wow, this show is teaching me so much.
Yeah.
And I'm just enjoying it so much. And so I shut down work last night and then went and sat in the house and I crocheted. I have not crocheted in forever. And I started a crochet project and I'm so excited to just sit and pick up my art again. And so I'm getting there. It's a process,
Yeah.
but it does feel
Yeah.
almost like I have to like switch into like now this is work. And now I have to
Yeah.
crochet now and I have to be with my kid now and this is the work. And I'm like, who is in my head right now?
No, I was gonna say
Who's
that like
controlling this shit?
maybe if you think about it in this way, like yeah, like the crocheting is actually some because that's the thing. Like as you convince yourself that it's efficient in some way and it's some kind of work, like being with my family is work. Like I'm laying the work for us to have a nice day tomorrow. And
Exactly.
you know, as long as it's related somehow to some form of productivity,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
Capricorn sides will be happy. And you
Yeah.
can trick yourself in many different ways.
Yes. I've had to convince myself
It's
this is the
okay.
job
Yeah.
right now, Laura. The job is
Yeah,
to
it's
hang out with
fine.
your 4 year old
Hmm.
who you
Yeah, yeah.
haven't seen and she needs to snuggle and she's actually learning embroidery. So she sits on my lap and does
Oh,
embroidery and I was doing crochet. And then when she'd get stuck, I would help her. So that was the job. I was convincing
yeah.
myself that was the job. But now I'm a good 9 months in to this Capricorn progressed moon and it's a 2.5 year cycle. And
Yeah.
so we're not even close to the halfway point yet. So I'm really excited about this.
Yeah.
Said
Yeah,
nobody
I
ever.
think that it will be great. It will be great for you. It's just kind of demanding, I think, especially for someone that has so much air and fire
Yes.
as you do. So it's a very opposite energy to what you're used to.
Yeah. And then on top
Mm.
of the solar return chart, which is heavily Saturnian. So there's the progressed moon, and then there's the
Yeah.
birth assignment for the year, which is a heavily Saturnian. And like Saturn is just like watching all of the planets in my daily routines.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm watching you, bitch. Do your thing.
Yeah.
Right. And, okay, I'm doing it, man. So there's like double on top of that. And it's feeling it out, learning how to
Yeah.
live through this. you guys, this is where I feel like solar return charts and knowing your progressed moon is so helpful. If I
Yeah.
didn't know this information, I'd probably think I am losing my shit right now, like losing my
Hmm.
mind, because this is so opposite of my norm. This is so different from who I quote, who
Yeah.
I am, right? But this is who I am right now. This is the season.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's it. Like I think that we would spend a lot of time thinking like like you said, like this is not me. What's happening? Oh, and like questioning and maybe, trying to work against it and feeling maybe even like worried and scared because you feel so different to where you used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you just look at the astrology, you're like, okay, this is just another a layer. This is the
Yes.
layer of this particular time, and that's gonna change, and that's how it's supposed to be, and that will change in 2.5 years. There will be a different layer, and some layers are more familiar than others.
Mm-hmm. And this is the growth, right? This is
Yeah.
growing into that structure that we need in our life. I mean, my goodness, we're trying to build a house. We're trying to build several businesses and trying to build a financial legacy. Like that requires Capricorn effort.
I was gonna say, thank God you have so much Capricorn and
No
Saturn.
shit, right? That requires massive Capricorn effort. So if I want to build those things, this is the energy I have to pull
Yeah.
from. Right? Capricorn's not known for their funness and for their party time. They're known for their discipline and their focus and their seeing the long-term goal. And that's what I need in my
Absolutely.
life right now. It's what we've been kind of waiting on. And my husband has his birthday here coming up and he gets a new solar return chart. And I have to tell you, just between you and me, I'm so
Yeah.
excited. I'm so
Okay,
excited
great.
for this new assignment for him.
Yeah.
Because Mars goes from the first house, Leo, right, conjunct his rising sign, Leo, and it goes
Mm.
down to Capricorn at the IC, the fourth house. So Mars, you guys, for those of you
Okay.
that don't pay attention to Mars, Mars is where we want to drive. It's where the car wants to go. And so my husband's car, you guys, he's the construction man who's going to build our house. Okay, he drew up the plans and we have a barn and we're converting our barn into our 3,000 square foot house. And right now we live in a very small house. And so we have these plans ready. We're just like waiting to get started,
Yeah,
mainly for
yeah.
the money, which is my job. I'm bringing that in. Okay, cool. That process is started. But his birth assignment this year has Mars in Capricorn
Ooh, yeah.
on the IC, which is family and home and safety and emotional stability. And I was like, yes, Papa's gonna build our house this year. I can feel it.
Papa's gonna build it. Nice.
I'm so excited. This past year, he needed to build the disc golf course, which was like very Aries 10th house, Leo first house, Mars first house, Leo. Like, yes, he built a
Yeah,
playful
yeah.
thing, right? He played
Yeah.
and he built that. Good job, you. And now build my house.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
Oh, I'm so excited for you
I'm
guys.
very excited. And I looked at my daughter, Guinevere. We were going shopping the other day. And I said, you know what? This time next year, we could be
Hmm.
in that new house. Like that's how fast it could go.
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
the building is constructed, the roof is on, the well is
Yeah,
in the build.
you're not waiting for any like legal
No,
things or anything. No, it's
nothing.
just a building pretty much.
It's
Yeah.
really just going and getting the lumber and installing it.
Wow.
So
Wow.
this time next year, we could be in a house that we fit in. I'm going to predict that. That's my prediction for this year. I'm very
Yay.
excited. So we're ending the year with a Mars in Capricorn, which I'm really excited about because
Yeah.
whatever we are putting our effort into building at the end of this year and into 2026, that's the foundation we're building upon for the
Mm.
year, right? That is the effort and the sustained long term energy that we're building upon. So
Mm.
this is exciting. If you guys are really like working on something, right? Some kind of project, some
Yeah.
kind of goal, Mars is really going to help you with that for all of 2026 because he's starting in foundational, disciplined, work oriented Capricorn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
really excited about this.
Me too. And yeah, so obviously we haven't released an episode for the previous week
We didn't.
because there has been a lot of things going on in both
Yeah.
you and I's
Yeah.
life. And for me, I can tell everyone I am pregnant. Yay.
I didn't know
Having a
when we were telling
baby in
anyone.
June. Oh, sorry, I was telling now.
Woo woo.
I'm ready to tell people. Yeah, so yeah, having a baby in the summer in June. And uh my grandmother passed away very recently and
Mhm.
we were very, very close. So it's been and I think for you too, it's been such a crazy year. And like other things too that have normally don't happen to me has happened that has to do with endings. And I just wanted to quickly talk about the year of the snake
Yes, please
that
do.
we are in. I mean,
Yes.
I do not know barely anything about Chinese astrology. I have just, all I know is what I've read from and heard people say about it. But what I've gathered so far is that, so 2025 was the year of the snake, and that is year number nine, the last in a cycle. It's all about shedding,
Hmm.
it's all about releasing, it's all about endings. And that can be tough. And I've
Hmm.
felt it. And I've heard so many people say that they have um, been through so much hardships, and people are like poorer than ever. And it's been struggle after struggle, and relationships have ended.
Yeah.
And th things have just been taken from them that they didn't know were going to be taken from them. And yeah, I just want to honor that, like wherever you are, what's happening in your life, if you're listening to this, I'm sure all of us have had a very challenging year,
Hmm.
and we were supposed to. I heard a friend of mine say the other day that she was actually she's going through a separation right now that came very out of the blue, and she said that now I'm at the point that I have just learned to accept it all and I've just released.
Mm.
And I think that that is 100% the point of the year of the snake,
Yeah.
to accept pretty much that we cannot control anything and just completely let go of that old skin and like
Yeah.
slither on,
Yeah.
and be in the unknown.
Hmm.
And the snake is a very magical animal. I mean, all animals are magical, but the snake is this very mystical being and kind of frightening, like the way they move. It frightens us.
Yeah.
Um, so it carries this energy of like fear and fear of letting go. I think all of us have fear of letting go of things because we want to stay attached because
Hmm.
it's safe.
That's literally what
Um,
Aang was struggling with last night in my show. He didn't
yeah,
want to let go
exactly.
and embrace his true power. He didn't want to let go of
Yeah,
his connection into this attachment, the idea of attachment. And in reality,
yeah,
him letting go he didn't lose the person he was letting go of. He just lost this worldly attachment, and so he could grow in his spirituality. And it was, and I
yeah.
think that's where I just looked up the snake energy in the Chinese astrology, and it says snake is often associated with wisdom and intuition, and it's considered a symbol of intelligence with a keen ability to observe and understand the world. So
Yeah.
it's very insightful and analytical with a natural aptitude for solving complex problems. I
Mm.
love that transformation and renewal. So the
Hmm.
snake's
It's very
ability,
plutonic. It's a
yes,
very plutonic energy.
the snake's ability to shed its skin has made it a powerful symbol for transformation and renewal in Chinese culture. This process of shedding is seen as a metaphor for personal growth and the shedding of old habits and embracing of new possibilities. If we could let my teenagers know that we need to shed some old habits, that would be fantastic.
Great. But yeah, I feel like yeah, we all should be aware of this,
Yeah.
and instead of feeling like, why is this happening to me? Why am I going through so many struggles? We all are.
Yep.
And let's just yeah, go with it and learn something from it. Because then next year we're going into is the year of the horse, and it's the year number one.
Yes.
And
Leader,
it's all
launching, starting
about
something new.
yes. So
Yes.
that feels very Sagittarius
It
to
does.
me, that energy. Um, and I don't know much about that about the horse either, but just thinking about a horse like running is just gives me the sense of freedom,
Power, freedom.
power, absolutely power, playfulness as well, and a very like re almost like a bit rebellious.
Hmm.
because it feels like it's, a horse, like, yeah, it's obviously I'm not thinking about a horse with this, what's it called, like this.
Oh, the bridle and stuff on. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
A
no
free, a
bridles,
free
no, a
horse.
wild
Yeah.
horse. Yeah.
We have a horse farm that's next to us, and right
Oh,
next to my garden is a big horse pasture that they put like 3 or 4 horses in, and sometimes the pregnant horses or the baby horses. And we'll be up there gardening, and it'll just be quiet, summer day, and you'll hear
wow.
running right next, like it's 15 feet away. It's really, really close.
Yeah.
And the sound of the hooves running on the ground is such an intense energy when
Yeah.
you're not expecting it. You're just gardening, right? And these 3 or 4 horses see their owner, whoever it is, and come running towards them. And it is so cool to just listen to
Yeah.
I keep hearing the word majestic.
Oh yeah. Very
Majestic.
majestic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very excited about that. And I feel like
That's a big deal for you having a baby, your first baby in 2026. That's a
yeah,
new energy for you.
it's a very new energy. And I have no idea what to expect. So I am also there that, I have accepted that I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm just intrigued and excited.
Yeah. Yeah. And know that your
So
grandma's
yeah,
your grandma's hanging out with you. You got an angel now.
yeah,
I love that.
I know, and I feel like they have they have a strong connection.
Hmm.
I sort of knew when we found out that I was pregnant that they were never gonna really meet in this material
Hmm.
in this world at this point
Yeah.
in this life. But I feel like now that she has have moved on from her body, she has sort of moved in to me. Like
Hmm.
a soul can be in many places at the same time, but I really feel like she has moved into me in a way,
Mm.
and that feels really, really nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a real profound situation when my grandmother, these are our maternal grandmothers, so our moms. Mine passed um, literally a month before Felix came. And
Mm.
so there
Yeah.
was, and he wasn't uh, invited per se.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was a lot of sudden surprise there, but I really felt like my grandma had a big connection with that and with him and just the whole process of it. And it did feel like there was an extra support there with me.
Yeah.
It was important.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're doing this podcast on a Sagittarius new moon today.
We
So
are.
we are putting this out during this energetics of something, new, and this opportunity during this Sag new moon to kind of break out of our comfort zone or explore, right? Lots of exploration when Sagittarius is involved, whether that's learning or traveling, however you want to explore. But Sag needs exploration and freedom.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like a wild horse.
Yeah.
So we're just exploring what our lives are like. In this past week, yeah, we did not get a podcast out because it just didn't align. This is the first time in a long time where we just could not make our calendars sync
And
sync
yeah,
up.
it just
And
didn't. Yeah.
we had to just surrender to that and be like, okay, this is
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
how it
It's not
is.
happening. Yeah.
But that's
Absolutely.
okay. That's okay. That's where we're at, and that's the flexibility that we have and the freedom that we have. So
It's funny
um
because we were talking about this, I think, the episode before, how we're like, and we rarely even missed putting an episode out. Like, of course, universe is gonna come and be like, okay, you rarely missed one. I'm gonna make you miss one then.
and be okay with that and learn to
Yeah.
surrender and be okay with
Yeah.
that. Exactly.
Hmm.
So yeah, so you have any plans for this Sag new moon today? Anything you're doing?
No, I mean, so now it's nearly 5 p.m. here. I slept for a long time today, and went to see one of my good friends, Daniela. It feels like you met her, but you haven't met her.
No.
Yeah, she also loves astrology, and she has this really cute shop here outside of Stockholm, and she steeps. Is it called steeping candles?
Okay, yep.
Uh, Beeswax candles,
Cool.
and she will roll them in herbs, and yeah.
All right.
Beautiful.
Now I know I have
Yeah.
to go visit her when we come and visit you. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys
Yes,
start making a
absolutely.
list of places I gotta go visit when we
Yeah.
come and see you. I love how
Yeah.
you guys, you gotta listen to this. So Helen and I have not met in person, and my family, my two older kids and I are in a community choir, and the community choir is going to Portugal in 2027. And we were planning on going to Europe in 2027 anyway, because my son will be 18. And we told all the kids we'll take them where they want to go when they're 18. So he wanted to go to Europe, to Greece. And we were like, okay, so we're going to this Portugal trip. And I was like, how convenient. We'll already be over there. So we'll just
Yeah.
extend our trip after the choir is done, singing in wherever we're singing in Portugal. And then we'll go, Europe hopping. And
Yeah.
Helena was like, you don't have to come to Stockholm. It's not that exciting here.
Ah, yeah, but honestly, it's not so exciting. It's I don't know. I guess every country has their thing. I guess for some people it's maybe exotic to go to Sweden. I don't know. But um, yeah, if you need to, because you were talking about like maybe I don't, maybe I don't have time to visit all places I want to see, and I'm like, you can skip Sweden.
You're
I
so
think if you're
funny.
gonna cut one, you can cut Sweden. I'll come meet you in Greece or something.
That's hilarious. You don't even have a clue how much that made me laugh. It felt like such a Cap Rising thing to say. Like, oh no,
Yeah,
it's
just
not
being
practical to come
honest.
up here. Like, no, you
No,
won't. No, go someplace more fun.
it's also like further maybe furthest away from where you're going because
Yeah,
you'll be hanging out more in the
but do you
south.
understand the size of America and like what we're normally used to traveling
Yeah,
versus
true,
like
true.
Europe? It's like a piece of
Yeah.
cake to get to wherever in Europe compared to anything here, right?
That's very true. Like an hour on the plane from here, I can be in Finland, Norway, uh, Denmark,
Yeah, I'm not even
and
out of
other places too.
yeah, I'm not even out of Wisconsin at that point. No.
Wow,
Like I think Wisconsin is I think exactly the same size as Germany. So if you
that's
just
big. Oh my
but it's
goodness.
not.
Yeah. To me, it's just that's
But it's
huge. Yeah.
not. So for me to go from Greece to Stockholm is like driving from Wisconsin to Missouri, right? It's only 9 hours.
Yeah.
That's a piece of cake. I just
Crossing the country from me, okay, so Sweden is a very long and skinny country. So crossing from the east coast to the west coast, like from on this, on the skinny side,
yep,
it takes me 3 hours by car.
cool.
Yeah,
That'll be
from
fine.
coast to coast.
That's funny. No, it takes me three
Yeah,
and a half hours just to get down to Chicago to get to the airport. So
yeah,
that's we're good. It'll be good. We'll be all good. I will come and visit you in Stockholm because now I got to go see Daniela and her cool candles.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I've been reading the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo books. So I got to go check out all the places in the
I was
books
thinking
too.
that would be like the only reason why I felt like maybe it would be nice for you to come up.
Doesn't Stockholm have an astrology thing too, or like a planet? There's
Yeah,
like
we
the
do. We
sun
have
and what is
a
it
lot of
called?
sculptures. We have like a huge sculpture thing that represents the whole solar system.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know exactly where the sun is, but let's say the sun is in the center of Stockholm,
Yep.
and then they have done it with proportions. So maybe the like Pluto is like 2 hours outside of Stockholm,
Yeah.
and Mercury is maybe in Arlanda Airport or something like that.
Yeah. See, we need to
That's
go do
very
that.
cool.
We got to go take pictures by all of
Go
them.
see all of the planets. I have never
Absolutely.
seen them, so
See?
yeah, cool.
All right. I'm coming. We're going to do it. That'll be
You're
fun.
gonna make me enjoy my city.
Ta-da. I told you
Yeah,
Capricorns aren't necessarily known to have fun. You got to bring
I know.
my son will activate your Mars in Aries and
Yeah,
we'll go have fun. There we go.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. And
Great.
we have after today, we have the sun is in a Sagittarius.
Yeah,
So it's going to be square at the very end to Neptune in Pisces. So we are at the 29th degree. And this is a big deal because Pisces 29 degree and Sagittarius 29 degree are right before we move into cardinal energies. So Aries is cardinal and Capricorn is cardinal. So we've got the start of that spring energy and the start of that winter
yeah.
energy. And this square energy is almost here. And this is, you can totally use this as an excuse to hibernate. Okay. I'm going to tell
Mm.
everybody Like that's probably why you and I were like, I don't want to get up. We're sleeping in. We're already
Yeah,
feeling the sun
absolutely.
square Neptune energy for sure.
Yeah.
This is easily one of the laziest combinations
Mm.
of the zodiac. Any transit
Yeah.
where the sun, which is our vitality and like our oomph, our go, right? It's our life force energy. And it's having an argument with Neptune over here, who's, mystical and foggy and oh, let's just be in the
Yeah.
flow of things. And it's not get up and go vibes. So if you have some last minute Christmas stuff to do, good luck.
Yeah.
This is a tougher energy when it comes to having energy to do something.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sanskrit and Neptune just screams rest.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
actually it's also a time when I always think about that I feel like because we are more porous, like our vitality is a little bit more porous and more prone to maybe catching a virus. So
Yes.
this is like a time when you need to try and like have try and have a stronger immune system. But
But for real.
like yeah, eat those lemons, rest,
Yep.
drink the water, wash your hands a couple of extra times. I just realized my boyfriend said this morning that he wasn't feeling so good, and I was like, you can do it, you know. And I he should
You
have
can
stayed home
do
and
it.
rested today. Damn it!
Yeah. I
Yeah,
was we were singing this past weekend. We had a very, very interesting weekend with 3 choir concerts. And Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there was a choir concert each day. And by the end of the one on Sunday, my voice was going, hello. And I could feel this like scratchiness. And I was like, oh no. So, of
yeah,
course, I'm an aromatherapist and I come home and I'm just applying oils like I'm bathing in them. I'm doing to the Jesus thing and anointing myself in the oils. And I'm
yeah.
using thieves, which is a combination of cinnamon and rosemary and eucalyptus. And it's really, really good for preventing and supporting your immune
Mm,
system. I always say it's like giving the troops in your body who fight the bad guys, it's like giving them
yeah.
ammunition and food and support. So I use my oils and I put them on all over my throat. I put them in capsules. I take a couple capsules internally, and I just felt instantly better. And I was like, okay, good.
Mm,
And then I made sure all my kids started using them too. I was like, come on, everybody, wash your hands, put your oils on. Here's your vitamin C.
mm.
I don't want to play that game.
No.
It's no fun.
Yeah, so I don't know if we said, but the sun is at the moment at 28 degrees.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
it's
tomorrow.
tomorrow. So December 20th, we've got the sun square Neptune, but also I think this is a energetic precipice, right? We're at the edge of something. And this is the last
Hmm.
time Neptune's going to be in Pisces for our lifetime.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
this is the last time the sun is going to line up in this conversation. And the square energies in the zodiac and the transits are meant for us to strengthen something. So there's tension. And when there's tension, you have to move it, right? If you're
yeah,
literally lifting a weight, you have to move the weight so you can move the tension so it doesn't just sit there.
yeah.
And when it just sits there, it starts to shake, right? Your muscles start to shake and it starts to get weak. You build
Mm,
strength by moving it. So where have you been maybe not tuning in to your creative vibes, into your
mm,
artistic vibes, into your musical vibes, right? That's all Neptune's realm. Your
yeah,
spiritual vibes. Maybe source has been giving you a message that you have been ignoring. And with the sun here, we can be like, hey, no, you need to just chill your body out so that you can listen.
yeah,
This week, I did a whole bunch of readings, probably like 5 or 6 readings. And almost every person, the homework assignment for them was to do something very, very simple, like sit and color for 10 minutes a day. That
yeah,
was 2 of the ladies. I was like, you need to color. And they're like, I haven't colored in 20 years. I was like, cool. Do you have a coloring book? They're like, yeah, I just somewhere. And I was like, good, go get it out. Go
yeah.
get it. Drink your
Oh,
tea
that
and
sounds
color
so nice.
because there's the structure of the lines, but then there's the freedom of that Neptune nebulousness. You can just add
Yeah,
whatever. But when you're coloring or you're crocheting or you're doing something with your hands and your brain is focused on it's almost like a hypnosis in a way, where your brain is focused on this thing, and then there's like the undercurrent, right? The messages
Mm.
coming through on the undercurrent. So
Yeah.
we don't often give ourselves the time to just be and then listen, right? There's
Mm.
always something going in the background, whether we're watching a show or we're checking out or whatever, and we don't just be. So I would suggest putting on some jazz or putting on some lo-fi beats and just sit in color for 15 minutes. Doesn't have to be real
Mm.
long, but that's a great way to use this square energy right before we get into the solstice.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Nice. Which is on Sunday.
It is on Sunday. So we also have the same day as Sun square Neptune. We also have Venus square Saturn. So on the 20th. So that's Venus is just behind the sun a little bit, and Saturn is just behind Neptune just a little bit. So
Yeah.
this is our values and having an argument with our planet of discipline and work and structure. And so
Mm.
Venus in our value system in freedom, in the sign of freedom and exploration. And I want to go check this out, or I want to go learn about this. And Saturn's over here going, no. So finding a way to rectify those energies together is going to be a little tricky as well on the same day as we've got the Sun square Neptune. So it'll be an interesting day on the 20th for you guys if you're doing holiday
Yeah.
stuff or meeting with family or whatever. It should be.
Also, this is a day when your money is will have a tendency. You will, if you are frivolous with your money,
Yeah.
or you're not thinking about paying your car parking or something like that, Saturn is going to come around and give you a little smack. So you can lose, this can end up getting expensive if you're not thinking about how you are spending your time and money.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Being disciplined. And of course, Saturn's in the sign of Pisces, which is nebulousness and boundarylessness. So we have to be aware of how it can just kind of slip. And we weren't
Yeah.
disciplined with it and it just disappeared. Where'd your money go? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just bought the
Oy,
thing.
oy, oy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I
this
thought,
also
but I thought,
I've seen this happen too, where like I had a friend that on this exact transit day, one of these days when Saturn and Venus were square, her credit card number got stolen and a whole
mm,
bunch of money got charged that she didn't do.
no.
So
Yeah.
that goes exactly with what you just said too. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have gotten a parking ticket twice on this transit. So I'm
Not that you're
always
counting.
like, no, so I'm always like, you know, extra careful with
Yeah.
those things.
Be aware. Yep.
These
Absolutely.
transits.
Tickets.
Yeah.
Saturn is definitely the planet of get a ticket.
Don't speed.
Nope.
Don't speed.
No, take your time and
Yeah.
value if you get stuck in traffic, value that,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
Appreciate that and thank it because it's preventing you from having something else happen that's going to cost you a
Mm-hmm.
lot more money up the road. Yeah. All right, then we have the
Absolutely.
21st, folks. This is our Yule or our winter solstice. This is the
Yeah.
longest night of the year. And do you have sun as far north as you are? Do you get sun this time of year or no?
I laughed because this has been the darkest month since 1932 in Stockholm. So
Like
no,
you just
we don't
haven't
have any
had?
sun, barely.
You
No,
just
like if there wasn't any clouds, yes, we would have a couple of hours of sunlight every day, but it's just been gray every single day. I haven't seen the sun. Like we saw the sun a couple of minutes a few days ago, and that's it. No, yeah, no sun. No sun.
saw it a couple of minutes a few days ago.
Yeah, yeah. And
Think
that was
about
like in the sunrise. So it's like it's not like you get, heat in your face.
no.
You just see it. You see something light over there in the horizon. That was
Think
it.
about the type of people that live in these climates, right? And like think
Mm.
about I mean, you are one of those people. and
Mm.
like what you have to endure, right? You
Hmm.
endure a lot of sun in summer, almost like obnoxiously. And then
Yeah.
you get to this point of the year and there's just nothing. It's such an interesting concept.
We should definitely have some kind of working thing that you work like 50% during during the winter
Heck yeah.
time, and then maybe a little bit. But I don't want to work more in the summertime though.
But
Maybe
your mood
we
would
just
be
work
better.
less. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We have so much more energy. That's why if you see when you come here in early spring, like
Mhm.
Early March, uh, and the sun is starting to peek out, and it's so cold outside still, but you will see people sitting outside with so much clothes, like having lunch, and just like closing their eyes and turning their face to the sun. Like my boyfriend who's from Mexico, he thinks we're ridiculous, but dude, we haven't seen the sun in like 5 months.
He
We're not
thinks
gonna
we're
miss out.
ridiculous. That must be tough for
Yeah.
him too, to be of
Oh yeah.
Mexican heritage and then move to Stockholm, Sweden.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, oh yeah.
what a
No, it's the thing. Winter
juxtaposition for him.
depression.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to eat vitamin D, everyone over here, and I mean, not have to. It's not a law, but if we don't,
I
we
feel
we don't
like
get
it
any
should be.
vitamin D.
It
It should be given to us for
yeah, the
free.
the government just passes out the
Yeah.
D as like candy.
Yeah, the D.
Here's your D. Here's your D.
Laura.
Right?
No,
Not
Laura, you
that
can't
way.
say
Not
that.
that way. The vitamin D. The vitamin
The
D.
government giving you the D.
Elena's
Uh,
brain went into the gutter.
yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I think the vitamin D should be a requirement if you live north of the
If we're
fort.
supposed to work, if you make me work,
Heck yeah.
then you give me the D.
Exactly. I need some
Yeah.
vitamin D, please. Also,
Yeah.
also, I think there's something to it where there's the people who live in the north, there is that cyclical energy, right? So it does make sense that there would be less production or less output this time of year.
Should be.
I just like I would think their gross national whatever would ebb and flow with the sun. Like how can it not?
Yeah. We're not aligned to that, unfortunately. So it's yeah, the same is a required. That's why in Sweden, in wintertime, people are so sick. There's so much going around. Kids in the
Same
kindergarten,
here.
they will like, oh yeah. It's everything. The stomach bug, the flu, it's just goes on. And friends of mine who have children at kindergarten, they are at home with their sick children all the time. And I mean like all more than they are at work and the kids in school because the kids are just so sick.
Yeah, this past year, 2025, January, we were sick the week before Christmas. The week of Christmas, our family was okay. The week after Christmas, we got sick and we were sick until almost the end of February. It was like 9 weeks. And
Mm.
I even look back at my finances and go, well, that reflects that. Like I was unable to work.
Yeah.
It was horrific. And with 5 kids, it just kept like going through everybody and then it would go through. It was so awful. So this year I'm not playing around. I do not have time for that. I don't have the energy for that. I've told my kids, here's all the vitamins, take them.
Yeah.
Here's all the oils, use them. Like, we're not doing this again. I cannot have 9 weeks of 7 people
Yeah.
cycling this bullshit over and
Hmm.
over. We're not playing that game. Mm-mm. Not to
Hmm.
mention, I think it's not even like a sick season. We always say, like, it's flu season. Actually, it's lack of vitamin D and excessive sugar season. We have
Mm.
holiday after holiday that crams you full of sweets and sugar.
Yeah.
And then we don't see the sun and we move a lot less. And we're not doing any kind of cleansing or detoxing or anything. I'm sure everybody's parasite load is lovely high, right? So is it really flu season or is it really just like
Mm.
excessive sugar season?
Yeah, and on top of that, we are required to work as much as we do any other time of the year. So the
Exactly.
stress levels are, and the stress levels might even be higher because of Christmas.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, this holiday that's just forced on everybody, whether you want it or not.
Mm.
Here, have it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Too bad. Participate. Yeah, but I don't want to. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Buy people shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go visit with them. Okay. I know.
Absolutely.
So
So
this
yeah, there you go.
this winter solstice, I think, is a time for us to maybe let's this year, let's use the Mars in Capricorn, right? Our Mars is our body, and Capricorn is discipline and structure. Maybe this winter solstice, as the sun comes into Capricorn, we get to be more structured and disciplined with our body and our health and our wellness. And maybe you
Mhm.
get more routine with taking your supplements and, heaven forbid, clean out your liver, right? Like you said, drink your lemon. Did you know that lemon oil and all the citrus oils is that's what you use to clean your liver? It's like scrubbing
No,
bubbles,
I
but
didn't know that.
yeah. So when you're drinking your citrus oils or you're drinking your lemon or whatever, you're cleaning your liver out. So your liver is your detoxifying organ, and most people don't ever clear out their liver. And I'm like, can you imagine never cleaning your toilet? Like that's gross. I
Oh,
know, right?
but
So
that's a really good visual.
it is. It really is. Reason. And then on my husband's birthday, the 23rd, and my mom's birthday, happy birthday to both of
Mm,
them. It feels like a special day for me, just like the lady who made me
of
and the
course.
dude I married, right? So,
Yeah.
Venus, our good friend of love and relationships, is at the tail end of Sag now, and she's squaring our friend Neptune. So, talk about wanting to just disappear today. Relationships are going to
Mm,
be so sensitive,
yeah.
so, so intuitive. This is where you will feel the vibes from somebody, right? You'll walk into your kitchen in the morning and your partner will be in there and you'll be like, "Ooh, what's going on with you?" just just
Yeah.
just a feeling the vibes kind of day. And be
Mm,
aware that Neptune in Pisces is just like you said, so porous, right? So
mm,
porous. And then Venus in Sag wants to probe and explore. So if you can feel somebody in your life is off, Venus may want to explore that, and Neptune may be like,
mm,
"I'm not. No, leave me alone. I don't want to. I don't
yeah.
want you to explore what's going on. Leave me alone." So this is
Yeah.
space. Give space day, not like
Mm-hmm.
space in the sky, but like physical space from each other.
Yeah.
If you don't have your holiday stuff done, or you need to go do something, go do it on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Go finish it up. Leave the
Yeah.
people in your life alone, unless of course they want to be with you. But this could be where big emotions are coming up. Maybe some grief. This
Mm,
could easily be grief, death of stuff, or let's just face it. We talked about the year of the snake and how challenging this year was in general
yeah.
for everybody. I mean, just look at America over here, and we'll just been a little challenging over here being in
Yeah.
a fascist regime where everything's getting taken away. Oh, I just saw this morning
Mm,
that there's a senator who is working into a big, huge bill on government spending, of course, on the military. And this senator has been trying all year to get our national parks basically privatized so he can sell them. He wants to sell them off to private people.
mm.
So he's now
What's wrong with
taking
rich people?
literally nobody wants this. Like this is the only like horrible demon person who wants to do this. Like no, I don't know if he's like working with the devil or what's his deal, but like I don't understand where we're at in society where we think one person like this guy has an ego big enough to think that he has a right to do this. Like what
Mm,
what planet are you on, dude? What where do you live? Because we all live on this planet Earth and we all want these
mm-hmm.
national parks to stay as they are. And you're over here like, let's sell them off for a resort or whatever, right? Development or mining or whatever thing. So he's working this into another thing that's going to probably be passed. Like all the senators, all the
No.
everybody is going to vote for this because it's like the military spending and all kinds of stuff. So, of course, you would work a national parks
Yeah.
bill into this other bill, which is one of America's biggest problems is having multi-bill things. They don't just address one problem. They address like 27 different things. So if you don't agree with this number 26, but you agree with all the other, 25 things, it's irrelevant. It's going to get passed. And that's how stupid America is right now.
And I just feel like for all of us humans, you know, if you see something that you think is pretty or you like or whatever, it doesn't mean that you need to have it or that you have a right to have it, appreciate it on a distance. It's okay. Like we have a problem with like we need to get everything that we like. We see
Control.
something like a pretty dress. I need to buy that. You could just look at it and say, "Oh, this is a really pretty dress. Appreciate it and move on."
Yes. Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
need to own it. You don't need to own everything that you like. It doesn't make you happier.
Apparently, if you're a rich white man in America, you do.
Ah, no.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So these are the kinds of things we're grieving, right? These are the things we're feeling over here: loss of autonomy, loss of everything in America, which I mean, ultimately, it's getting shaken up so that we can redo it. But we're at the beginning of the shaking up and we're at the beginning of the deconstruction. So this is going to be a really long Pluto and Aquarius cycle for us over here. And
Mm.
we're having to grieve. And I think December 23rd is going to be a day where we can really take up space and grieve some of these big emotions of whether it's personal loss or societal loss.
Yeah.
Just allow yourself to feel that, because
Yeah.
then the next day, which is Christmas Eve, December 24th, Venus also enters Capricorn. So now we got the sun there, we got Mars there, and now Venus is there. So we're having an extra Capricorny vibes here. And
Hmm.
this is where we get to get serious about our values, right? So now we get to grieve and feel sad. And then we get to shift into, all right, now I'm pissed. Let's do something about it. Right. Let's
Mm.
let's get into some structure and some discipline and some hard work around our values and taking care of them and
Yeah.
saving them or whatever they are, whether that's the national parks or whatever your values are, right?
Yeah.
So this could be a good time, a good start of Venus Capricorn season to really be aligning with the work we need for a future that we're shooting for. And hopefully we can all agree on. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. It's an interesting one. I think Venus and Capricorn is really just an interesting energy in general because
Hmm.
Capricorn's kind of opposite, not necessarily opposite, but a little bit different than Venus can
Yeah,
be.
it's definitely not like a natural habitat for Venus to be in. I would say like Venus is this soft, uh, just pretty much like softness and like things to feel nice and look nice and just be
Yeah.
nice. And Capricorn is super non like Venus is frivolous. Capricorn not frivolous. So this will have you maybe also think more about definitely what your relationships are, who you spend time with,
Mm-hmm.
how you spend your money, like thinking more sort of realistically and more Capricorny
Mm-hmm.
on those things.
Yeah. Yeah. Be a little bit more practical and frugal with
Yeah,
things and in even addressing relationship issues in a very practical way. Maybe you've been thinking about
absolutely.
doing therapy for a while and you haven't, right? This would be a great time to be like,
Hmm.
all right, this is happening. We're doing some therapy. We
Yeah,
need some kind of structure, some kind of
yeah,
coaching or support. I always think Capricorn is kind of that energy of like um bringing in somebody who has experience that can help you be better, right? Be a better
yeah,
version of yourself. So this might be a time for you to really get more structured and disciplined about even just therapy.
yeah,
I like that. And then there's
absolutely.
no transits. The 25th,
Yeah.
the 26th, the 27th. I'm kind of excited about that. But we've
It's
talked about this
definitely like
before.
yeah, integration time.
Uh-huh. So
It,
25,
it,
26, 27. This is 28, 29. This is integration time. So when the sky goes quiet, this is time for us to deal with all of the things that have come up with all the
absolutely.
transits.
There's space for things to bubble up. And yeah, we think of this being like, oh, quiet time. But yeah, we have seen in the past where you're like, oh, what the fuck? I feel hungover from these days because so much came up like in the integration window.
Yes, that's exactly it. It can feel like a little bit of a hangover or
Mm,
what is going on. And I've had clients go, "What's happening right now?" I'm like, "Actually, nothing. This is
yeah,
just you dealing with all of the stuff that did
exactly.
happen, and now you're like." the integration time frame.
Yeah, we're not distracted with like another strong energy. And I think this is great that we have this much integration time
Yeah.
before we, during a time when a lot of people in the world, me included, I'm off work because we're closed. Like between Christmas and New Year's Eve, most places in Sweden just shut down.
Seriously?
Um, yeah.
Well, that's not how we do it here.
Yeah, it's very much like that here. It's definitely like quiet time around the country. So it feels great to have that. You're pretty much at home. You don't have so much choice. There's not so
So
much to do.
wait, you work at a hotel and
Yeah,
it
so
shuts down?
probably a lot of hotels in the city would not do this, but we are out like in the countryside.
Okay.
And a couple of years back, we always closed like in the weekends, and now we're open in the weekends, and but we're still like sort of valuing that precious time, I think, with like these
Interesting.
days of work. Yeah.
Look at you've just kind of blown my mind. Like, wait a minute, your country shuts down for the week? Oh wow. Yeah.
I mean, obviously not everything, but I
Right.
mean, a lot of things, a lot,
It's just kind of
lots and lots and
expected
lots.
that people get to just be
Yeah,
and rest during that time.
yeah.
Nice. That's good to know. All
So you
right.
can be at home and deal with integration of everything.
I like
Of the
that.
year. Integrate the year.
And the darkness. You can deal with the darkness.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we've got those couple days of integration. Then on the 29th, we have two things. One of them is our asteroid friend Juno. She is moving into Capricorn. Now, not many of you might know about Juno. She is in Roman or in Greek mythology, she is the goddess Hera. And Hera is the goddess of marriage and contracts. She's not
Wife of
necessarily the goddess.
Zeus?
Yeah, she's married to Zeus. Yep. She's not necessarily the goddess of fidelity or like love, but she's the goddess of the contract, like following the contract.
Hmm.
So that's something that's important to know. So Juno in our charts represents contractual obligations. So people that
Yeah.
we contracted with in a soul level, whether that is a brother, sister, a husband, wife, a boss, and an employee, we come to Earth to have these soul contract experiences.
Yeah.
And now she's ingressing into Capricorn. So now we have another energetics in Capricorn. So we have the Venus, the planet of love, and now we have Juno, the planet of contracts. We have
Hmm.
Mars, the planet of action and passion and fight. And we have the sun, our vitality and willpower. So all of these in
Hmm.
Capricorn to close out the year, which I was just telling you how annoyed I am with Capricorn. And now I'm over here going, I like this.
There you go. You're
But do
bringing
I
you over to
really?
our side.
Do I
Yeah, you do.
really? I so Juno, we need to look at the hard work with these
Hmm.
contractual obligations we have, whether that is a contract with your mom or a contract with your sibling. I don't care.
Hmm.
This is going to be hard work. This is long-term commitment is taking center stage. So if there's been some unsettling or some disconnection, now is the time where we're going to draw up a new contract. Or again, that it kind of supports that therapy theme that I was mentioning before.
Yeah.
And because we're getting more engaged and we're doing the work that maybe we've put on
Hmm.
the side while we were in Sagittarius season. So your partnerships and your contractual obligations may become more committed and more grounded and more structured
Yeah.
throughout January. And then that same day, the 29th, our friend Mercury is in Sag and he's now squaring Saturn in Pisces. So Mercury's getting to the end of Sagittarius. Again,
Hmm.
Saturn's at the end of Pisces, around 26, 27 degrees there now. So we have our mind square to our hard work and discipline. So again, this requires movement. This requires action. This requires going through uncomfortable things because whenever it's a
Yeah.
square, it's tension filled. There's an energetic argument. So this could be frustrating and it could lead to arguments with authority figures. It could lead to I just keep seeing arguing. It's literally in my head. I just see people like arguing with somebody who thinks they have authority or somebody who is in that authority position, whether it's a boss or a cop on the side of the road who pulled you over or whatever it is, right? There's
Yeah.
like discrepancies and I thought this and well
Yeah.
I saw this and okay.
And this is also like not a very Saturn won't be in Pisces in a very, very long time, 28, I mean a little bit less than 28 years now.
Yep.
So this is also like, final degrees of Pisces, Saturn being here,
Yeah.
teaching us the Pisces lesson in this world, and then Mercury like in a square to Saturn here, having you think hard and like really try and wrap your head around and be challenged around this theme. And I think it's so funny that we're ending the year
I
on
know.
that note,
I know.
like
And
a
done.
bit of a challenge, like you integrated and then you're like, ah, that was a hard year. Let's go. I'm ready for the year of the horse, and then like, ah,
Right. And of course, at the same day that that planet of contractual obligations moves into Capricorn as well. And then our mind is arguing with Saturn in Pisces, which is surrender.
yeah.
Surrender and learn to have compassion and empathy for what it is, because you can't control shit. So just stop trying. Right. There's that like
Mhm.
hard work with trusting and surrender. And every time I see Pisces, I'm like, just let it go, man. Let it go. Let
Mm.
it go. It's not your
Yeah.
shit anymore. Right. Like sing the Let It Go song,
Yeah.
because that is where we get into trouble, is when we try to control it. And
Yeah.
Sag Mercury is telling you to just explore something else, explore another option, explore another way to think,
Mm.
because you can't control that authority figure right there. Don't try to control
Mm.
Saturn, you guys. It's not going to work.
No.
I've tried. It doesn't work.
No, don't try. That's asking for trouble. Like that's just a power struggle
It
that
is.
you're gonna lose.
It really is. It really is. And we had that we had this with my husband this past weekend. He's got, just so you like picture this, he's got Pluto at the tail end of Libra, 29 degrees Libra, conjunct Saturn at 2 degrees Scorpio. And those are the only two planets in his sixth house. Okay.
Mm.
Then he's got Mars in Aquarius in his 10th house. And then that's having a conversation with his Aries moon hidden from him in the 12th house. So he got this
Mm.
like trifecta of like, don't tell me what to do. Right.
Yeah.
And the sixth house is your routines and your daily service and how you manage the home and things like that. And so I had to bring up the issue that the home wasn't being managed quite in the way that I don't want to say it
Should.
should be. I don't want to say should, because that's not the right word, but
The way you prefer it
exactly. And I've been
for
bringing
a good living standard.
exactly. And I've been
Yeah.
bringing this up a couple times now, because he's got this Mars in Aquarius. He definitely doesn't delegate well. He just kind of like takes off and does his own thing, which is very
Yeah.
Mars in Aquarius. Like, fuck it,
Yeah.
you guys aren't listening anyway. I'm just gonna go do my
Yeah.
own thing. So when I had to like pull him back and say, hey, it's not
Mhm.
you, but like the management of the home needs to be adjusted. And we have teenagers, almost 17 and 14, and like we have teenagers who are old enough to like
Yeah.
understand that they're part of the management team now as well, and they're
Yeah.
refusing to shift as well. So I had to bring this
Mm.
up this weekend after some situations, and I approached it as calm as I could. I have my Mars in Libra. I was really trying to tiptoe through the tulips, but there's no way to address this with a man who has Pluto conjunct Saturn in the sixth house, and
Yeah.
to not have a power struggle. There's just no way. And
Yeah.
he has like the trifecta of like blow up when these things get addressed, because you can't tell him what to do. So of course that's what happened this weekend. And we had this lovely, lovely emotional explosion with his Aries moon that just kind of volcanically erupts out of nowhere and scares him. But he had a big cathartic release afterwards, and it was a really big emotional release. And one of the things that I think this Saturn and Pisces ending of the year that I just want to bring up for wrapping up
Mm.
our conversation, one of the things we're really working on releasing is what I saw with him. He had been telling himself a story over and over that he is a disappointment. I'm a disappointment to these people and these people and this. And like, this was just made up in his head. Nobody thinks that, right?
Mm.
Nobody thinks that this man is a disappointment. But because I addressed the fact that the management of the home could
Yeah.
use some reworking, right? That's what I said. I was like, it could use an adjustment. He took that personally, and it came out. And the deeper emotions underneath was, I'm a disappointment. And I let him feel it and I let him cry it out. And I was like, hey man, that's that's a bullshit story that we need to let go of now. And this makes me think of the ending of the year of the snake, right? And the Chinese New Year is in February. And so we'll be embracing that horse. But this is, again, the old shit. We have to stop telling ourselves these stories that are not true. And this Mercury square Saturn at the end of the year really feels like, address that. What story, what intellectual story with Mercury have you been living by as truth? But it needs to be surrendered, right? This is literally what you built your walls with, but it's not true anymore. You're not a disappointment, and nobody thinks that. So cool, let's chuck that in the fuck it bucket, please, and move on, because
I love that saying. Yeah,
right, like we are done with that. And so I think that thing we just went through this weekend is really a theme that I can see carrying out through the rest of this month for everybody. And ask yourself, what stories am I living by that are not actually true? And that Mercury square Saturn is going to give us an opportunity to really address that within ourselves, because it causes confusion, right? I was confused as to what he was even talking about. What do you mean you're what? I just want to rework the management, like how we're managing. What are you talking about? You're a disappointment, right?
Yeah.
So these are the kinds of things that can really come up, especially during the quiet, dark time of our life when the sun isn't out and we're feeling a little bit more down, a little bit more depressed, and especially when he's in a Scorpio progressed moon. But I think this is just a great example of some of the ways that this can come out, right? With the big explosive energy of Sagittarius, like fireworks, he definitely had this explosive energy. And then we had the under the surface feelings that really came out. And then we were able to surrender and release them, and now build a new structure on something that's actually accurate instead of made up stories we're telling ourselves. So that's my advice for all of us at the end of this year.
That's good. That's good advice. I like that as an ending to this year and to this episode that is still not the last of the year, actually, right? Probably, but almost last of the year. Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for listening to our transit episode. We so appreciate you tuning in, and share this with somebody who needs this information, because it can feel a little challenging at times if we don't know what the astro weather is. So if you have a friend that needs this, go ahead and send it over to them and say, hey, this might help. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for joining us this week. Be sure to like and support the show by sharing with a friend or joining us on Patreon. And you can buy us a tea or coffee and financially support us. Thank you so much. It's so appreciated.